Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Blue Golf Ball here today with another Pokemon TCG Online video, and today I have for you guys a Mega Gallade EX deck. You guys been expecting this. This is the 220 HP Psychic type Pokemon with the attack Unwaverly Blade. Does only 110 damage, but of course the effect is actually pretty nice. This attack does 30 more damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. And if you can imagine, if your opponent has 8 Pokemon with the Sky Field Stadium, you'll be doing 30 damage to each Pokemon. If every single one of them has a damage counter on them, you will be doing an extra 30 damage on each of them. That's going to be a total of 240 damage. Wow, that is amazing. Just on the bench. Just on the bench. And I wish we could be playing Dusknoir, but I tried playing Dusknoir before. The Dusknoir line just gets way too clunky. Even running, we could run actually a 1-1 line, but then when it gets prized, it's basically useless, and then it just becomes clutter in the deck. I've play tested it a couple times, and it doesn't work that well. So we're doing a 3-3 line of those. We'll be playing a 3-3 line of Fortress. I've seen some deck lists with only a 2-2 line, but I like the 3-3 line. Makes it a little bit more consistent. This is going to be the main partner here with the ability Thorn Tempest. When you play this Pokemon from your hand, you can evolve one of your Pokemon. You may put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's Pokemon. You can't play this with Wally because this has to be from your hand. I believe Wally gets it from the deck, and so this doesn't really work with Wally. And this is a good ability here for this kind of deck. Plus, for your opponent, for us, we do have 1 Silent Lab to shut off things like Safeguard from Suicune and Sigilyph. And that won't shut off this one because this is a stage 1, and the ability will still be in effect. So that's actually pretty good. We'll be playing 1 Shaman EX, and with setup, works pretty well. We just got to be careful not to play Shaman EX onto the bench when we have a Silent Lab active. And, setup, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you can draw cards until you have 6 in your hand. So that's kind of nice. And then we can also, you never know, Sky Return can always be a good attack as well. And bringing this back into your hand, so that it's not too shabby either. The last Pokemon here is going to be Sigilyph, the 90 HP Psychic Pokemon with the ability Safeguard. We could just hide behind this guy sometimes if we do run into a lot of EXs. It works pretty well as a wall sometimes. You never know. And that's it for the Pokemon. Let's take a look at the item cards. We have Battle Compressor, 1 of these, just to get some of the energies in the discard pile. And then we can potentially use Mega Turbo if needed. And it can also help discard some things like Clutter in case we run against a deck that doesn't play any EXs, so we can just get rid of Sigilyph right off the bat. Things like that. We will be playing Computer Search as the aspect of choice. Discard 2 cards from your hand. If you can't, then you can't play this card. But hey, if you can, it's a really nice consistency card. We do have 2 Mega Turbos here, just for the Mega Gallade. We have 1 Professor's Letter, and here is the 4 Super Scoop Ups for the Pinecone, and it could potentially work for our Mega Gallade as well if we're really damaged and we need to pick them up. And we got the 1 switch here because Pinecone is pretty heavy. We got Trainer's Mail, 3 of these. I thought this would be a good way to kind of search for the Spirit Link. We can search for Spirit Link. We search for just about anything. We do have a lot of supporters and item cards, so this could work out pretty well for us. We have the Ultra Ball, 3 of these, and 3 VS Seekers. 2 VS Seekers, I think. 1 Colress, 1 Lysander, 1 Lysander Trump card, and 3 Ends, 2 Professor Birch's Observation, 4 Juniper, and that's it for the support line. We have Dimension Valley, 3 of these, and then the 1 Silent Lab to counter Mr. Mime. Particularly Mr. Mime, but of course it does counter Sigilyph's Suicune for the Safeguard, and, Jirachi, our opponent's Jirachi, things like that too. 2 Float Stone, as mentioned before, mostly for the Fortress to retreat, since the Fortress is a 3 retreat cost, and 3 Gallade Spirit Links. That way, when we evolve, we don't have to lose our turn. 6 energies and 2 mystery energies for the free retreat on our Psychic Pokemon. We don't want to rely too much on these special energies, since our opponent can always discard them using the Enhanced Hammers. So, alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and see this deck in action on Pokemon TCG Online. Alright, looks like we'll be playing against Lucario. I don't know. But we will go for heads, and yes, it is heads, so we get to go first. And we start off with mulling again. We do get the Gallade over here, no Spirit Link. And we actually, man, this is not a really good hand. We'll just play the Gallade here as well. I'm going to have to burn these 2 Super Scoop Ups. That's going to be the plan. So let's go ahead and we will play that, and we will play that again, and then we'll play the Shaman here, draw into some more cards. We do get a Dimension Valley. Might as well play that, and I'm going to play the N, and hey, we get a Spirit Link. We get the Gallade here as well. I'm going to hang on to these in case if my opponent plays, you know, he started a Megaphone. We could see an N from my opponent's side as well, but I'm going to take my chances there and see what we can do. So in the next turn, what I want to do is drop the energy, play the Spirit Link, play the Ultra Ball, get rid of the Colress, get rid of the Gallade, and then evolve and then attack. But, I mean, I kind of want to get a Pinecone going. Oh boy, my opponent gets an energy drop. We could see a Psybolt. And hey, here's an Ether. Oh wow, my opponent gets an Ether. Who would have thunk? And oh, my opponent won't be able to damage us, but can still do a Psybolt. My opponent does flip heads, and that means I'm definitely going to evolve this turn. So let's go ahead. We'll go for that. I'm going to play this Gallade here. We can actually just get rid of these guys. And hey, here is the Mega Gallade. We'll play the Spirit Link onto here. And let's Mega Evolve. Look at that. The Mega Gallade. Let's get some of these Pinecone going. And, alright. So, get a Trainer Mail. Could play the Via Seeker for another Juniper. Could play the Professor's Letter. What I want to do is probably, let's get the Gallade Spirit Link. I think I want to get to evolve again later. So we'll go with the Unwaverly Blade. That's 220 damage, knocking out that poor little Ralts over there. I don't think this deck is that competitive by any means, but we'll have to wait and see. You never know what these decks can pull off. And if anything, I will probably play another match for you guys because we typically want to see some nice competitive and intense battles. No offense to my opponent and no disrespect to his deck. And here we go. We see an Energy Gift attack. We could see a Heart Stamp for 60 since we're weak against Psychic. But regardless, we should be able to knock this guy out in one shot. In the next turn, what I want to do... Oh, my opponent goes for an Energy Gift. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for 2 energy cards. Attach them to Pokemon any way you like. My opponent ended up getting Tails. And, alright, let's go ahead and we'll play this here. Let's go for a Super Scoop Up. And that was Tails. Of course it's Tails. Let's go with the Trainer Mail here. Select... let's go with this here. I want to see if I can scoop up the Shaman. And yes, I was able to scoop him up. And so we'll play this here, and I'm play the Shaman and draw into some more cards. Hey, look at that. We even get this going for us. And we get a Via Seeker, which is pretty nice. I'm going to go with that. We can get the Juniper. It's a little better. I don't want to give my opponent any more cards than my opponent already has 3. We could play a Battle Compressor, get some Psychic energies out there. And what else can we get rid of? Perhaps maybe the, I don't know, maybe another N. Don't need to see any more N's. And alright, here we go. Let's just get rid of this. And we get this Pinecone, this Fortress here. You can kind of see, spread the damage, play the Juniper. We can evolve again. I'm going to hang on to this Pinecone. And, or Fortress. Hey, and a hit for 110, hit 30 over there, take the victory. And that's it. Okay. That was kind of a quick match, but you got to see how smooth it can run when it runs. And so that's assuming it runs. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play another match here. Hey, look at that. We even get 4 more tickets. I like that for sure. So let's see if we can, I don't know. Let's get into another match. I'll play 2 for you guys. Alright, looks like we're playing against Pior2393. And we get to go first, so let's take a look and see. We start off with a Sigilyph and 2 Pinecoes. I'm going to go ahead and lead with the Sigilyph. We'll just put these on the bench. Well, I'm going to hang on to them for now. And hey, it's a Mudkip. Let's go ahead. We'll just play these. Play everything right here. And my opponent doesn't have much of anything else, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually opt to discard the N, and let's go for that Shaman. And so we can draw into a nice hand size here, get some extra cards right there. We get the Battle Compressor. We can play this right here. And we'll Battle Compressor, get some more energies in the discard pile so we can use the Mega Turbo since we've got a couple of those. And at this rate, what I'm going to do is probably just discard. I'm going to discard the The Silent Lab, for some reason, I don't think my opponent plays. I mean, we could see a Suicune, so maybe I'll hang on to that. Besides that, I mean, I think we'll just discard this right here. Maybe even a Colress. All right, let's go for the Professor Birch, and we would hit Tails. And let's go for this here, and we were able to scoop this up at least. So here's the Dimension Valley. We'll play this again. Draw into another 6 cards, and we get a Trainer's Mail. No, that's a big bummer there. We do get a Floatstone. I might play. Let's go ahead. We'll play that instead. And that's it. We will end the turn. And in the next turn, we should be able to play the Floatstone onto the Sigilyph. That way we can retreat, and we can actually hit for a Swift Lunge. And we're off to a pretty good start. We could have played the Super Scoop Up, but I opted not to play that. We see a Kyogre here from the Dive Ball, and Mudkip here. I don't know. It looks like my opponent might be playing some kind of Swampert with the Kyogre deck, moving the energies back. Primal Kyogre can move the energies back onto the Swampert. So, hey, look at that. We see an Eevee here. We could see something like Leafeon for, grass-weak Pokemon. That'd be pretty cool. And that's about it. Let's go ahead. We'll play this here. Spread some damage around. And we even get the Spirit Link. So that's always good stuff. Let's see. Let's go with the Mail here. We do get a Scoop Up. So I could play this right here. And I'm going to attempt to scoop up the Shaman. And let's take a look at the Mail. Hey, we get some more. We get a Professor's Letter. I can play that. Get 2 of these. And let's go with this here. I'm going to go and discard these. And did my opponent get rid of my Floatstone? I think my opponent did. Wait. Did I ever have oh yeah, we got End, that's right. So here we go, let's play the Shaman, and hey, here's the Floatstone, perfect. And we'll play the End just for safe measures. I'm going to hang on to this Fortress here. We get 2 Via Seekers. I'm going to go ahead, we'll retreat. And hey, turn 2, Unwavery Blade, a hit for 30, and 30. That's pretty solid right there. If my opponent drops more Pokemon onto the bench, we do have 1 more Fortress here to spread the love a little bit more. My opponent can hit us for a Water Pulse. That could be pretty troublesome. I think we already used. We should still have a switch. We have 1 more Super Scoop Up left. And my opponent plays a Colress for 7. That's pretty nice. We can actually play Colress as well since our Colress is in our discard pile. We have 2 Via Seekers in hand. Too bad there's no Sky Field. We can't play any more of these Pine Cones and Gallades. But that's all right. We see the energy drop. So we get hit for 30, and we do wake up. So that's good news. And all right, so don't want to play this. We'll lose a turn. And my opponent opts not to play any more Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and evolve. That way we can take out the Eevee. We do get the prize here. And okay. So I will go for the Colress. And maybe I should have done a Colress first before knocking out that Eevee. We get the Spirit Links. So that's always good. And a Floatstone. That's not really necessary. What to do? All right, let's see if we can scoop this up. We couldn't get the Shaman. All right, so we'll be a little bit short, but that's all right. We'll play the energy here. And let's go for the Unwavering Blade. Hit for 110, 30 to this Kyogre. My opponent can put us to sleep, and if we flip Tails, my opponent has a prime opportunity to hit us for a giant Whirlpool, or we could see the Kyogre Spirit Link and see a Primal Kyogre come into play. That way my opponent can actually drop 2 Water Energies and hit us, and also hit the Gallade EX and the Shaman EX on the bench. My opponent plays an N. That's actually pretty nice for us. We do get N into a Computer Search. We can search out for a Juniper, and we can probably discard the N and maybe something else. My opponent gets 2 Water Energies. We have to wait and see if my opponent has the Kyogre Spirit Link to evolve, and then see the 2 energy drop. That would be very dangerous right here. And nope, that's it. We see a energy drop on the Kyogre X on the bench, and there we go. We get hit for 30, and we do flip for Tails. So that would mean a couple things here. We got a Spirit Link here. What I want to do is let's go ahead. We'll get rid of this. I need to find that switch. Here it is. Here's the switch. We can't lose a beat here, and let's go ahead. We'll retreat into here. I'm going to play the N, and we do get to evolve, so that's kind of nice. And all right, so we'll go with the Unwavering Blade. Hit for 30, hit for 100 there. This one is definitely in knockout range, and we should be able to take him out in the next turn. My opponent can still put us to sleep and buy a turn. We don't have another switch. But it worked out pretty well with this mystery energy with that free retreat and switch, so that was pretty cool. And we see here the power of Mega Gallade here taking on this Kyogre EX deck. And hey, we top deck a VS Seeker, which you can get for a Juniper or a Juniper for that sake. But anyways, my opponent plays an energy here. We could still see that. Oh, here is the Primal Kyogre EX, and oh wow, that is getting pretty scary here. We're down to 12 cards. I mean, let's take a look at what we can do. Let's see, is that all right? Okay, so you know what? I don't know. I can't remember if the Lysander's trump card is in our deck or not. Let's take a look. Either way, I think we can go for. Let's just hit him. Let's go for 110. If my opponent knocks us out, we have this Mega Gallade on the bench. We do have another Dimension Valley if my opponent counters the stadium, and we even have a Juniper to play in case we can get. You know, the energy drop if my opponent counters the stadium and plays an end. So I don't know. Lots of things can happen still. We see the Primal Kyogre get powered up in one turn. We get hit for 150. That's a knockout on. Well, that's not even a knockout. Wow, we survived the turn, and oh my goodness, I didn't even calculate the math. And wow, we swept my opponent right there. And oh my goodness, that was great. We saw the power of Mega Gallade. If Mega Gallade, the engine of Mega Gallade gets going, it's pretty fun to play. But the problem is it just needs to get moving, right? You know, if we can pull it off, get the Spirit Links going, get all this evolve and not miss a beat, it's a pretty fun deck to play. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll most assuredly have some more videos for you guys soon. If you guys are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And you know what? You guys have some great deck ideas. Continue to shoot them my way, and I'll see too if I can build them. Just remember, hashtag build this deck, please, and I'll take a look at it. You guys all have a wonderful day. Take care. See you later. Goodbye.